Hello everyone, welcome to my new game, the Goosefish. This is a horror game that heavily depending on spatial sound effect, so be sure to have a headset or a stereo device before you play. In normal horror games, players tend to avoid dark and unknown areas, but our initial idea is to create a game that makes the player fear the light. And inspired by SCP-1983, I created a monster that can see the player only through the shadows. But here comes the paradox. If we make the lightened area totally dangerous, and the dark area completely secure, then the player will eventually get used to it, and stay in the darkness like they're playing a stealth game. For there's no longer fear for staying in the dark, and light is completely unnecessary. So I have to either put pressure on them when they're staying in the dark, or to wake their human natural desire to the light. Then I came up with the idea of Goosefish. These creatures lie still in camouflage and bait their prey to them. In our case, they'll hid in the darkness and noise, only emitting light and start chasing the player when they walk close to them. Since I made this room almost completely dark, player will not be able to see them before entering its detect range. So now we have the challenge and constraint. We also need a goal to motivate the players to move around. So let's take a look at the game. I decided to make the players locate and repair 3 generators to escape the nightmare. And here's the fun part. As you can see, the room is almost completely dark, except for the spotlight. And so vision is essentially useless in this game, and inspired by the game Blend Legend, I made this game a semi-acoustic games where the player will have to hear their way out. And if you have a headset on, you may actually hear that there's a monster on our left and a generator to our right. So let's go find the first generator. It's actually a good idea to turn around every once so often to locate sounds better. And here we go, the first generator. Now the player can fix this generator by pressing its front panel, and when the player fixes 3 of these generators, a portal will open and the player can actually escape. And now we have a goal and we have a mob. We need to do the balancing part. For that, the monster will actually detect the player when the player is really close to them. So we have to give the player a chance to escape. Let's go find the monster. So the monster's initial chasing speed is actually slower than the player's run speed, but faster than their walk speed. So the player will have to run around. So all the player will have to do is to run around to avoid the mob. And to counter this, so if the player just run around infinitely, the game is not gonna be fun, right? So we create this spotlight. The spotlight is always faster than player no matter they are walking or running. And whenever they're running, the spotlight will start chasing the player down. And as long as the player is locked on by a light, the speed of the monster will start to increase by time, and it will drop to its initial speed when the player is completely out of the range. And how to get away from these spotlights? As you can see, I have these safety huts built over here, and these safety huts will start emitting blue lights when you are in need. That's basically when the spotlight is chasing you. So this is actually a symmetrical balance between the player and the monsters. So at the starting state of the chase, the player is actually faster than the mobs. But if the players stay in their side for too long, they'll start to lose to it. But they can always get to these safety huts to prevent detection. So now let's complete the games by fixing the other two generators. Whoa, there's a lot of monsters around. And oh no, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, I think we're in trouble this time. Alright, we're being chased for too long, and the monster is too fast for us to escape. And as you see, we lost this time. And I'll see if I can get this fixed this time. So to have some challenge, sometimes the player will have surprises, as you will see very soon. Oh, and also as alarm for the player, when they're being chased by the light will start emitting this alarm sound. Let's go find the other generator. So don't be hurry, just walk slowly, get to the generator and avoid the monsters. Here goes the second generator. Alright, one to go. As you can probably hear, that the last generator is pretty far away. It's always a good idea to walk to your front instead of your back, because you never know what's behind you. You can just do turn around, listen, and turn around, walk to the front. And keep repeating this, you'll get to the generators pretty safe. And as you can see, sometimes there will be surprises, like this monster guarding the generators. In this case, you'll have to bait them away. Where's the monster? I think we passed it. Okay, here we go. Alright, here's the last generator. And the portal's up. Hope we can make it out safely. And I actually heavily recommend this PC version. For the WebGL version has certain bugs with rendering uh, these spotlights, especially when they are near the spotlights and near the post-processing volume range. Alright, so here's a portal. Will we be out safely? This monster nearby. Hey. Woo. There we go. We escaped safely. Alright, thank you guys. This is our latest game, and we're planning on to make a new VR version for this soon. See ya.